are at 68 degrees, a humid start to the day. It's 9:03 on the 29th of the month. JD with you. In solo this morning, driving without Raylene. But she'll be back soon. Nice to have you with us. Hope you're doing well. We're going to have Rex Thompson with us in a little bit this morning. Join us by telephone, which is his preference because he's deathly afraid to be in the same room with me. We've got the Battle in Barrie 11 that's coming up on the 9th of September, which is, just a little more than a week away. I hope you're doing all right this morning. I hope you're doing well. Roger Hill, here's what he's saying. Mostly cloudy skies this morning. Going to become partly cloudy this afternoon, stray shower, thunderstorm, and just about 81 degrees for the daytime high. I think last night he was saying upper 70s, but now it's going to be 81. We got some really hot weather that is coming our way. Mostly next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It is like the summer that we just didn't have. It's going to be just sunny and hot and plenty of dry out time. Some of these, I don't know about your yard, but I've got some wet spots in mine that is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. You're walking along in your sneakers, and all of a sudden you're in the mud. So we do need a little dry out weather. Yes, good morning from Sugar Ridge. Mary Haynes. Glenn, good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing all right. Tonight, we have showers, some evening thunderstorms developing down around 64, and then Wednesday, tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, 73. Tomorrow's supposed to be kind of a little bit of a washout. This morning, I'm seeing this. 97%. That's the percentage of people in the United States that have some immunity to COVID-19 through the vaccination, infection, or both, according to the CDC. 97%. They're just coming out with this morning, the health experts over there, who are reminding us that we might soon be hearing the call to break out the masks in crowded areas or poorly ventilated areas, and to consider updating your vaccines. I think we've got, like 25 cases or something like that in Vermont right now, at least the last that I heard, or 25 hospitalizations, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, you're probably going to be hearing the C word a little bit more as we move through the next couple of months, COVID. We're going to be talking with a couple of the vaccine experts over at Kinney Drugs as well here in sometime in September. We have a trial date of March 4th that has been set for former President Donald Trump for his alleged efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. This means that he may possibly be sitting in federal court, folks, instead of out campaigning just ahead of the Super Tuesday primaries, which are set for March 5th. Wow, so interesting to see and hear, and it's all over. It's all over the phone. I mean, it's all over the TV. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. You just can't get away from it. Idalia, she has strengthened into a hurricane that's expected to hit Florida, which is under a state of emergency, by the way. The West Coast landfall is supposed to be sometime tomorrow. Winds in excess of 75 miles per hour, life-threatening storm surge, and the latest projected path, and I'm looking at it right now, could be delivering a devastating blow to portions of not only the Gulf Coast, but also north of Tampa, in Florida's Big Bend region, and a small shift in the track that could put the vulnerable population center at more of a risk the further east you go into the East Coast here. Already, Tampa International Airport has suspended all commercial operations. You think? Beginning today, dozens of schools have been closed. Evacuations are in effect in at least 10 counties, and all 5,500 National Guard members in Florida have been activated to assist authorities. It's going to be a major hurricane. Ron DeSantis, the governor, urging residents to take proper precautions as soon as possible. Again, state of emergency for Florida, as they're supposed to get it pretty good. Not sure what size hurricane Idalia is. Cat 2, 3, 4. I don't know, but she's big, and I haven't seen any information on how big she is. So I just know that 75-plus mile-an-hour winds is all we know. We have a suspect in custody this morning after a shooting at the University of North Carolina on Chapel Hill Monday afternoon. Left a faculty member dead and sent the university with more than 30,000 students into lockdown for several hours yesterday. His motive remains unknown. At this time, police are still looking for the firearm that was used in the shooting. The suspect was detained about 90 minutes after the gunfire erupted at the school's Claudel Laboratories, a chemistry studies building. No one else was injured. Officials say at least 49 school shootings have happened in the U.S. this year, including the UNC shooting. 34 have been reported on K-12 campuses and 15 on university and college campuses. A lot going on this morning in Hawaii. The utility company Hawaii Electric said a power line seems to have been the cause of the fire on the early morning of August 8th. They're saying that they were not responsible for what happened after the fire. Really started to shift gears in that afternoon, but with the winds kicking up, of course. But the fire has killed at least 115 people and destroyed much of the island. What is there, like 400 or 500 people that are still unaccounted for? This is unbelievable. The company said the cause of the Lahaina fire has not yet been determined, but insists that power lines in West Maui had been de-energized for more than 6 hours by the time a fire started in that area. So, what was there is so much bullshit about this story that is just not being aired out. I've been seeing and watching some stuff on Facebook and YouTube and in the media about this, about the sparks that were flying through the air and coming down and reigniting new fires. And it just the everything was a complete cluster. Getting people out of their towns in an orderly manner. It was just unbelievable. The utility and the state are still conducting investigations into what happened. Meanwhile, there's just, as I said, a slew of viral conspiracy videos that are on social media that are they're just everywhere. You don't have to look far and hard for them at all. They're all over the place. American Airlines, the Department of Transportation has issued its largest ever fine to American Airlines for keeping passengers waiting on airplanes during lengthy tarmac delays. $4.1 million fine was levied on American Airlines for delays that impacted just under 6,000 passengers between 2018 and 2021, the longest of the delays. Passengers sat on board an airplane in Texas for just over 6 hours. I would have lost my shit. According to federal rules, the maximum time that passengers can be held without the opportunity to get off prior to takeoff or after landing is 3 hours for domestic flights and 4 hours for international flights. American Airlines is going to be paying a little bit more than $2 million of the fine to the government, and apparently has been credited for paying the other half in passenger compensation. Yeah, right. Before I forget, I want to mention this morning, and we're going to check in with Rex Thompson from Donnybrook Fight Promotions in just a little bit. But before I forget, today is the final ice cream social for the Barrytown Recreation Department. It is going on today, so if you're anywhere near the area, I think they started around 5 o'clock or so. Get on their Facebook page, give them a like, give them a share, at the very least, if you're not able to go. But it's just one of the many great things that Johnny and the rest of the team over there at the Barrytown Recreation Department do. Their ice cream socials, which are just fantastic for our local community. Today's going to be the last one. And then I think they got a pizza night that's going to be coming up real soon, too. Johnny is going to be joining us on the air here at some point. He and I are trying to connect, and he's just a busy dude, as I'm sure you can imagine. What else? What was I going to tell you this morning? Merchant Street between 14 and Maple Ave and Warren is, again, officially closed. They closed it up yesterday morning at about 6 o'clock, and it's going to be closed around the clock 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until September 15th. All right, so do pack your patience if you're going to be needing to get around that area. Rex Thompson with us. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, I got to tell you, you really sparked some curiosity with me, and I still don't know what this is about. But I saw that you had posted something that we've got a big matchup announcement for the September 9th fight.
Yeah, there's going to be a huge announcement, and the two people are going to be on all the calls tonight, and you're going to be able to see it live. It's going to be glorious.
I have to catch the All the Calls podcast. I think you were on last night. How do we find it? How do we get it?
Head over to Facebook, check out All the Calls. I've got it posted on my wall also. It's All the Calls. It's straight through Facebook. Benfield out of New York.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah. He does podcasting, MMA, and professional wrestling podcast. So he's also one of our commentators.
Yes, he's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
There's actually a couple things. There's the fight, and this is crazy. Like, we have to bring in, these guys hate each other so much that we have to actually this is the first time at weigh-ins where we're going to have security for both the fighters to keep them separated.
Jeez. All right. Tell me about these guys.
I can't reveal a lot, but I can just tell you they absolutely hate each other. They've been to other promotions, and they almost got in a fist fight while somebody else was weighing in. They do nothing but talk shit to each other online. It's great. They actually hate each other. And so what Ben did is we made a belt. We have a custom belt coming, and it is All the Calls grudge match for 2023.
Okay.
The 2023 All the Calls grudge match belt.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. But not only that, we have a huge business announcement that we're going to announce tonight also for Donnybrook.
All right. So, again, All the Calls. That's where we want to go for this.
Yes. Yep.
All right. And we can get the link right on the Donnybrook Fight Promotions Facebook page, I'm guessing, right?
Yes. Yep. It'll be on. Matter of fact, it'll be on. He streams onto our page also.
Okay.
So it'll be on the Donnybrook page tonight. They usually start. I can't remember what time he said tonight. I think it's 8 o'clock.
All right.
I'll have to. I'm not on my Facebook right now. Or whatnot,
Are these Vermont fighters?
Can't say, man.
Are they New England fighters?
Can't say.
Are they from America?
They are definitely from America.
All right.
America.
All right. Just making sure that, we don't have, Russia against Ukraine or anything like that.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
That would be perfect. We would have to do bag checks, take away everybody's AK-47s.
So
I can say that on Aired Out. I can't say that on Facebook.
You can say anything on Aired Out, buddy. Anything. But here's a question, Rex, and I'll ask you a few, and if you can't answer them, I understand. Again, the announcement is going to be coming at what time tonight?
I believe 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Have either one of these two fighters ever fought at the Barry Auditorium?
Yes. Yes, you will know exactly who they are.
All right. I think I know who one of them is, but I won't guess live on the air. I'll just keep it to myself, unless you want me to.
8 p.m. tonight. I just had to look on the.
All right. Yeah. One of them has a first name that begins with the letter K.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what his first name is.
Okay. Yeah.
I just call him by their last name. So let's talk about. We got Joe McNeil making his pro debut. You remember Joe?
Oh, yeah.
Not one of the commentators. So Joe's going to make his pro debut against Jason LePage. Jason LePage was the guy that fought Don Walton.
Yeah. Oh, my God. What a fight that was.
Vicious leg kicks. So him and Joe are going to face off. We also have the local Granite City MMA fighter who was undefeated as an amateur turning pro. Chris Peralt is fighting Daniel Keepers. I believe Daniel is out of Massachusetts. He's on Chris Almasteca's team, John Vero's team. So they're a tough crew. It looks like Adina Hornstra's coming back. It looks like she's going to be fighting Diana Ung. Then we have, oh my God,
that's going to be vicious. Just,
yeah, Adina, that Adina's a nasty fighter.
Yeah.
And Diana is just the most wonderful person. They're both great people.
Yes.
But Diana comes out of Rogue Island, and they're just great people out of there.
Talk to me on. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
No,
then I'm going right down through the card. We have Matthew Hayes again. He is going to fight Adam Novak out of Lion's Den out of New York. I just, I get so excited because, back in the day, Vermont fighters were looked at and laughed at. Like when people wanted easy fights, they came to Vermont.
Yeah.
When guys were fighting in Vermont, destroying people in Vermont, they would leave, go out of state and get beat up. Now that's not happening anymore.
Right.
You're getting legit Vermont fighters now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not only do we have Matthew Hayes, we have his sister Sophia making her MMA debut.
Oh my God, Rex.
She turns 18, I think Thursday, gets her license Friday, weighs in Friday, and fights Saturday.
Oh my God. That's outrageous. Man, a lot of work goes into being a matchmaker for Donny Brooke Fight Promotions, finding these fighters, first of all, and then getting them matched up and bringing them to Barry, Vermont. The logistics that go with this is astounding.
Oh my gosh. So I mean the matchmaking at this point is fairly easy. We have people, because we treat fighters great. Not only do we treat fighters great, but our fans treat these fighters as if they're UFC fighters. They the fans are so good to the fighters. They love coming here.
Yeah.
The fighters are excited, just as excited as the fans.
And that's a reflection of Donnybrook Fight Promotions, because you take great care of them, man. You treat them well, very well.
We do. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see. Like, for example, I'm not going to mention any fighters' names or anything like that, but we understand they're amateur fighters. They don't get paid to do this. So, but they have to have physicals. They have to have blood work. And if they don't have health insurance, it costs money. So, I just sent a kid over $300 so he could pay for his blood work.
Yeah.
We make the fighters, the fighters pay for their own road. If they can't pay for it, we pay for it for them. I've given guys gas money to get here, travel pay. I've given guys food money because they got here and they had absolutely nothing. And
right.
I'm not having a fighter just hang around Barrie with no food or anything like that. But that's how hungry these fighters are in life and everything. This is their passion. These guys are no longer Joe Blow, off the bad streets of Barrie City trying to fucking figure out who's the baddest.
Right.
Those days are done.
Yeah.
Those were fun. Nothing. They were fun.
That's how things started.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now we have the Allen brothers going to run that fight back. Ed Brown's coming back.
Oh,
Ed Brown just won his 10th title with Street Beast, so he is coming and he is fighting Casey Silva for the 125-pound title. We have a super exciting matchup is Mike Souza against Dave Ebbinghausen. Now, David, it's pretty tragic. David's sister was the female cop in Rutland that just lost her life.
Oh yes, you told me that this fight was going to be happening.
Yeah, he that's how he's kept his mind off things is just sticking in the gym, grinding, training. So
wow,
this is it's a huge matchup. He's just like Big Ed. He's in the same weight class as Big Ed. He's had so many drops, just so many drops. So I'm glad we were able to find him someone. We almost had to do an amateur debut and title fight at the same time because we couldn't match him up. But we were lucky enough. A guy from Team Link is making his debut, so it's going to be a good fight. The other one is Crazy Lane Buzzle versus John Calderon for the 2023 Combat Jiu-Jitsu title.
Wow.
We got 14 fights.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what the card is. Is it so that's is that just about on par with last time? I think last time was slightly less, wasn't it?
12. I think we had 12. We book 15 fights and then see who drops off. But we don't go over 15 because of our insurance and because of our sanctioning body.
All right.
So if you go up to 15 fights, it's a certain cost. You go 16 fights, and it almost doubles the cost of everything.
I'm looking forward to catching Ben Fields' All the Calls tonight, 8 o'clock. Again, the link is going to be on the Donnybrook Fight Promotions page with this major fight announcement tonight. This is
and you'll be able to see the two guys and watch them go at it. It's great.
Yeah,
it is absolutely glorious.
Talk to me about pay-per-view. Talk to me about tickets, Rex.
So if you get onto our website, you can buy tickets through us. There's no more VIP tables left; those are sold out. But we have plenty of general admission for people. Remember, Gustos is going to be there. They're going to be there catering with waitresses. Also, who else? What were we? Get onto our website. On our website, you will scroll down. You can see the pay-per-view links. Every single fighter has their own individual link. So click on your favorite fighter. If you can't make it to the show and you want to watch it live on pay-per-view, we use Art Hunsinger as our production crew. Art runs ESPN Boxing, Warriors Cup. He does several MMA shows. So If you want to check out the live pay-per-view with the commentating, the instant replays, all that good stuff, you can get onto our website, DonnyBrookFightPromotions.com, and you click on your favorite fighter and you can watch the fight. You can live stream it right on your phone, your computer, airplay it onto your TV, whatever you want to do.
All right. And tickets for those of us that like to wait to the last minute, can we get them at the door?
Absolutely. Cost you $50 at the door, but you save $10 pre-buying them.
All right.
But it's going to cost you $50 at the door. But and what do you? It's a September. It's just a great. It's after Labor Day weekend.
Right.
There's nothing going on. It's going to be a great show, man. It really, really is. We have now. As far as I'll talk to you about that afterwards.
All right. I think it is stunning that you've done this 11 times, brother. I mean, at the Barry
We've
Auditorium.
actually done it more. We've actually done it more than that.
Yeah, of course. Before the auditorium. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, you've got this down. You've got it down. I mean, everyone's talking about you, not just in New England, but just across the whole region, dude. I mean, Vermont's the place to come to, and you guys are the only sanctioned fight promotions group in the state of Vermont.
No, that's not true. That's not true. There is another promoter in Vermont.
Aha.
They just can't get a show together right now. They're having trouble with that.
I didn't know that.
But that
must be new.
There's another licensed promoter in Vermont.
All right.
He's scheduled shows and canceled it. So I guess they have some licensing issues or something.
Yeah. Well, listen, the last one that I was at, and I'm not going to be able to be at this one on September 9th, but the last one with just to see Chris Pearl and to see Big Ed Collins. I mean, that was I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how we're going to beat that. But you seem to up it every single time, Rex.
It's the matchups, man. It's finding people that are evenly matched.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If you could have two guys you could have a guy that's a horrible fighter, but if you match him against another horrible fighter, it turns into a great fight. You know what I mean?
If you had to match me up with someone, Rex, who would it be?
Oh, Jiminy Cricket. I have the perfect matchup. It'd be Jeff Bergeron. You and Jeff Bergeron, I think, would be a great fight.
You're not the first person that has said that. As a matter of fact, I
don't know. See, I think Jeff is a smaller guy that would pepper your eyes shut. But if you got a hold of him, I think you'd maul him.
Yeah.
I think that's where I would be the perfect stylistic matchup. Like, you're more of a ground guy, he's more of a striker.
But I have told you many times, though, Rex, that I'm a lover, not a fighter. And
yeah, then you shouldn't be as mouthy as you are.
I saw Jeff out in the parking lot a couple of weeks ago, and he looked pretty tired. I mean, they've been doing a lot up at the auditorium for flood victims up there. It's been a busy time at the Barry Auditorium.
It's been busy everywhere. As you know, I also own Barslow Construction. So
yes.
We've been working 13 guys 6 days a week right now.
I know. And listen, you brought up Barslow, so I'm gonna just toot your horn for a second. There's an elderly man by the name of Bill Woodworth who lives right in Berry City, whose part of his yard collapsed, and with it took his a shed that he had in his backyard here in Berry City and ruined it, smashed it over the side of the embankment, and was desperate for some help, and just couldn't get it from the city, who respectfully had, much bigger fish to
They had
fry.
other priorities. I mean,
Yeah,
it goes down to priority. It's just like triage when you're,
sure.
you're taking people. It's you got your priority lists.
Well, Barstow Construction came to the rescue. You guys went over there a couple of Saturdays ago, I think, and took his shed down, crushed it up, and hauled it out of there, and even fixed his yard up a bit. And I'm just no charge for this guy, Bill, this elderly man who really needed some help. And you guys, this is like when the community turns out and does stuff for each other organically, that can be more powerful than anything that you get from FEMA or any kind of assistance from a government level. I mean, you guys I'm so proud of you and so honored to be connected with you as a sponsor for Barstow Construction. I can't say it enough.
I appreciate that, man, but we didn't do that for a shout out. We do. There's a lot of times we do stuff for our neighbors. I mean, there's a lot of people there's a lot of people that talk on Facebook and talk about stuff, but there's very few people that actually do stuff. I'm blessed in my life. I had an excavator. The guy was a neighbor at the bottom of our hill. I mean, for the out-of-pocket expense, Frank Putney moved it for me, moved my excavator. It took an hour of diesel fuel. I loaded it up in my dump trailer and I took it away. I mean, that's the least I could do for one of my neighbors or, another fellow Vermonter that was struggling. There's, that's the purpose of life, is helping other people. I mean, we need more people. We need more. That's a culture thing. We need to change that. Yeah. I think a lot of us is all about me. You go to Japan or you go anywhere else, and it's what can I do for my neighbor before I do for myself.
Sure. Yeah.
Their mindset. That's why they have little kids, 5-year-old kids riding the subway in Japan.
Right.
Because that's the way their culture is. And,
yeah.
I learned this a long time ago, and just from being a shitty person myself, I used to be a shitty person. I'm not even afraid to admit it. But, my grandmother was dying, and she was a huge Catholic. She used to go to Israel for pilgrimages and stuff. And we got talking, and she told me one day, she goes, you know what? She goes, anytime I was ever hurting for money, I would look to see how much money I had, and I would give it away to somebody that needed it more than me.
Wow.
And I was like, why would you do that? She goes, because it would come back threefold. She goes, if you ever need something, give something away and it'll come back to you. So I kind of started living that way, and my business turned around, my personal life, a lot of things turned around just by having that type of mentality. And then going through everything with my wife, it's a different perspective now.
Yeah. Understand. I think the older we get, the wiser we get to this kind of stuff. The more wisdom that we have, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, becoming a softie in my old age.
Well, you are aging a little bit, buddy. I mean, just just gonna be honest. Listen, if we keep the hair short enough, nobody's going to see that it's gray, bud.
Right. So one other thing, I understand a lot of people are desperate right now. I get that. I really, really do, and they're just trying to find anybody to come and help them. But there is so many shady fucking contractors out there right now that are taking advantage of people.
Yeah.
Every day, like, I opened up my own siding company today. I opened up my own carpentry business. I opened my own roofing company. No.
Not only in-state, but also out-of-state folks that are coming in and claiming that they can get a job started for you right away. They just need a deposit to get to get you in the queue, and they'll get started right away. Famous
Yeah.
last words, man.
It is crazy. Some of the things that I have seen lately is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Can you give us an example?
For example, we went. I felt bad for this lady, but she was desperate. She had to put this. She had to extend a railing, is what she had to do, and she had another carpenter come in, and he put some blocks on and put on literally 3 pieces of 2x4 and a piece of flashing, and then gave her a bill for $1,200. I felt so fucking bad for her that we went and cut the entire railing system out and put a brand new railing system on there on the second floor. And she's like, I don't have the money to pay you. I was like, you've already paid for this. I was like, this is what, because I am so against the government getting involved.
Yeah.
But this is the reason the government gets involved. This is 100% the reason. And a lot of times, new contractors coming in, a lot of times it's not that they're trying to be shady or anything. It's just their lack of experience. They don't always understand the problem. Then they get flustered. Then they realize that they got in too far. And then they just want to ignore the people and they walk away. I'm here to tell you, man, I've been there. I get it. You are so much better off being honest with your customer and being like, hey, I fucked up and I know that and I have to fix it, but I don't have the money to fix it right now. Yeah. I've been in that situation before.
Right.
I was just talking last night. I mean, I remember me and Pete Dubois, he bid a big, huge barn. And I was like, oh, you fucked us on it. I was like, we were in waist deep snow, just me and him. Cause we didn't have a choice. We took the money from this customer and we worked the last 3 weeks and got to split $400.
Ooh.
Walking through snow. I remember we were so mad at each other at the end of every single day. Like we wanted to kill each other and shit. But so new contractors, I've been there, but trust me, being honest with your customer will go so much farther than ignoring them and trying to hide from them.
Yeah. Wow. Well said, man. That's how my dad did it. I mean, you're right. Be transparent.
Just be honest. Absolutely be honest. No matter how much it sucks. And nobody wants to admit that they fucked up. Okay, here's an example of how I fucked up. I did not go look at this job. A customer called me. And I said, do you want to recover? We're so busy. I was like, I can't even make it out there. I already know how many squares is on a double wide trailer. I was like, do you want to recover? Do you want us just to go over it or do you want us to strip it? She's like, you could just go over it. It's fine. Okay, cool. So I sent these guys down. They roofed it. Then I get a call like a week later. She's like, hey, the roof's leaking. I said, how the fuck can the roof be leaking? I go down there. There's 5 layers of roofing on there. I was like, guys, why didn't you tell me? He's like, well, you just sent us down there to do a recover. I said, you're absolutely right. That's on me. So now I have to go back to the customer and I'm like, hey, I fucked up. We put another layer on there. It's sagging your roof, causing water to pool and leak. And I said, so I'm going to send another crew down there. We're going to strip your roof off and we're going to strip it down. We're going to put brand new plywood on it. And we're going to put a roof on there at no cost. I'm going to eat that fucking cost. Luckily, I'm the one that did that roof, and I'm in a good enough position in my life where I can afford to replace that lady's roof. Other contractors would have ignored that lady and just gone away,
right?
Because they couldn't afford to do it. So we all fuck up. Mistakes fucking happen. That lady did not have the money to put a second roof on. So we just went and did it. I just barely had them down there last week. And she was amazed at how we stood behind it and that we actually showed up and stripped the roof back off. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I fucked up. I should have came down and looked at this and I did not.
Wow.
So it's just integrity, man. It really is.
Of
Whether you
course.
like me or not, you don't like my mouth. It doesn't matter. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of the political spectrum. I will always stand behind my word if I do something for you. It does not matter.
So what I love about you, buddy, and you guys have you guys have done amazing work at my house. I mean, the last time your boys were over there, I just flabbergasted.
And I don't understand that because they didn't use anything but duct tape and bubble gum.
Well, it was first of all, it was my duct tape and my bubble gum, and you're missing toothpaste. You put a little toothpaste in there, that'll cover everything up. And you just spray paint over it.
Who needs caulking when you got toothpaste?
That's right. Rex, we are we're so excited about September 9th. The Battle in Barrie 11. It's going to be here so soon. Get your tickets, folks. Don't wait on this. DonnyBrookFightPromotions.com, or you can get on Facebook. Easy to find, and it is going to be one hell of an evening, and one that you just won't forget. Everything is right there. If you want to bring your wife or your partner out for a date, you can get some food from Gusto's. You can get some drink.
Yeah, don't forget the Donny Tots.
Donny Tots are there.
You can't come to Donnybrook Fight Promotion, Donnybrook Fight, and not have Donny Tots.
Now, I'm guessing you've had some fighters that win or lose, who have gotten out of the cage and almost immediately been into the Donny Tots.
Oh, you're absolutely right,
yeah,
dude.
Right.
And they usually sell out of those Donny Tots. They're awesome.
So great. Rex, thank you, buddy. We're going to connect in with you again soon here.
I need to mention some sponsors. I need to mention Tall Truck.
Please, too, because they're fucking awesome, and they're going to be there.
Yes, we have Tall Truck. They're premier growers here in Vermont. Aired Out Podcast, All the Calls Podcast. We got Comfort Inn. I have Quick Lube, Barslow Construction, Avery Excavating. So the other thing that we're going to be doing too is the second round for the Cage 4, the canvas. We're going to be, for advertisers, we are going to be putting together a media package, and you'll be able to buy certain spots around the Cage 4. We'll have an advertising budget for everybody.
That's awesome. It's still opportunities.
Absolutely. Yeah, because we just hired a new marketing guy, and he's helping us sell the advertising and stuff.
All right.
So that's going to be all part of the big news tonight.
All right, but
so that's a little snippet right there.
But if people want to reach out to you directly, can we give your cell phone here?
Absolutely, 100%. Then I don't got to do the cut with my new marketing guy.
All right, 802 yeah, right. 249-3276.
Yes, sir.
249-3276. Rex Thompson. Thanks,
yes.
Thanks, pal. We love you, man.
Hey, you know who I know is listening?
Who's that?
Tom Lozon.
Yeah. Lozon's going to be with us tomorrow morning right here on Aired Out. Yes.
Cool. Tell him to respond to my email. We've been trying to touch base back and forth, but I know I can get his attention on here.
Well, you just did.
I did. I know I did.
You just did.
I love that guy. That guy does so much for the city of Barrie. Yeah. And the best part is nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
He just does it.
He doesn't toot his own horn. I know.
Great dude, man.
I know.
So
should be our next mayor. Again. Should be.
Has anybody convinced him to run yet? I hope so. I absolutely, because I'm going to be the first one to donate to his campaign.
Yeah, you are. Well, you're going to be second. You'll be behind me. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to get you canceled, JD.
No. I mean, yeah,
everybody wants to cancel you. That's great. You know you're doing something good when people want to cancel you.
Rex, we love you, man.
We love you too, guy.
So much, brother. And we'll be watching tonight, 8:00. We'll get over.
Hey, can I make one more more announcing.
You can make any announcements you want, buddy.
After the fight, not the weekend, mid-September, I'm going to start the kids' class jiu-jitsu games back up.
All right. Yeah.
So that's $50 a month. Little kids come. They come twice a week for 45 minutes. They run around. They have a blast. And they don't even know they're learning jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Lily, as you may or may not be aware, has been in England, but she misses you, and she's talking about you and wants to get back into class.
Absolutely.
So
we're going to get her back.
I want you to turn that little girl into a complete fucking warrior.
Then she needs to come and train with Sophia.
Okay.
That's what she needs. Because I mean, yeah, that's what she needs. She needs to surround herself. That's what the girls do. You'll notice when you go to the gym, like the girls, the girls like gravitate towards Sophia because she's the top dog female that you, as a grown man, you have to fight her as if she's another grown man, and all the females see this, so that's where they go. They're like, okay.
Is she fighting on the 9th?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
She's making her MMA debut at 18 years old.
Oh, my God. Tell Sophia anytime she wants to get in the cage with me.
Hey, I know you're not going to be there, but is Lily and Sherilyn going to be there?
I don't know. I don't know right now.
Well, we don't need you.
Well, I know that. I know that.
I can fill in for you.
You just
want small enough shoes to fit into.
You just want Sherilyn to whisper sweet nothings into your ear. I know.
I try not to say that on air.
Well, we just did. We love you, buddy. Be good,
all right,
man.
You
over and out.
All righty. Bye.
Rex Thompson, Donnybrook Fight Promotions this morning, and also talking Barslow Construction. Good stuff. Don't forget, again, reminder from the Berry City Police that Merchant Street between Route 14 and Maple Ave and Warren is closed through the 15th of September around the clock. They're doing some major work in there, and they just need to keep it completely closed. So when it reopens, we'll be sure to let you know. We'll even let you know before it reopens when it's going to be reopening, because Raylene is watching this stuff very, very carefully, and we'll be able to give you the heads up. Also, a couple of heads ups here. September 15th, I want to remind you again, the ladies from the annual Ladies Ride for Breast Cancer will be in the studio with us chatting, which I'm looking forward to. It's no secret, Raylene's podcast today is going to be pushed ahead to Thursday. She'll be doing her show live from the Overdose Vigil. So I want to make that programming announcement so that you are aware of that. Again, It's No Secret is going to be pushed to Thursday. I want to thank Shep and CB for being on the air last night, and Michael Booton and Raylene for doing a Barry Beat podcast, a long podcast last night, but one that is absolutely worth watching or listening to, especially if you're going to be in the car or you're going to be doing something at home. Just have it on in the background. It is critical stuff that you need to know, and often stuff that no one else will tell you, that you're not going to see on Facebook, that you're not going to hear coming out of the mouths of Barry City government directly, but you will hear it on the Barry Beat podcast, because they are completely transparent and pretty much tell you it all. And again, programming-wise, all of this is right here where you are now, on Aired Out. So good to know. Great to know. Also, Mark from Hang On, I'm Coming. He and I are chatting. He's going to be on the air with us. Chad Hollister is going to be on the air with us. He's got a big show coming up on the 23rd. We're just working dates of when we can sneak him on. Mike Boudreau from the Great Vermont Corn Maze, I was in touch with early this morning. He's going to be joining us on the air as well to talk about the Great Vermont Corn Maze up in North Danville. And, of course, their Dead North Farmland of Terror event, which is going to be back. I think it's the first 2 weekends in October, if I'm right. But Mike will let us know for sure. So looking forward to that. And I spoke with Mark Shelton yesterday. He's going to be on the air with us as well. He's got a big show coming up on the 15th at the Heading United Methodist Church in Barrie. One of the top, well, he's in the top 20 world's best Elvis impersonators. Now, if you stop and think about that for a second, how many Elvis impersonators are in the world? And he's one of the top 20 best. And he's a Vermonter from the Northeast Kingdom, Mark Shelton. Startling. If you've never seen him, you are missing an absolute gem. I don't even care if you don't like Elvis. That is one show that you absolutely should not miss. Plus, he's going to be back at the Den in Williamstown. But he's going to be on the air with us shortly, and I look forward to that so much. Also, Johnny from the Barrytown Recreation Department is going to be on talking about the Fall Festival coming up in October. They've got their, once again, I said it earlier this morning, I'll say it again, they have their final ice cream social going on tonight. They've got all kinds of really cool things going on at the Barrytown Recreation Department. Get on their Facebook page and check it out. And, if you can, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a share, a thumbs up, some kind of reaction. Let us know that you're listening this morning and every morning. We would appreciate that. 1983. Let's see, I was 13 years old. Maybe that was the year that you sported a mullet. Maybe that was the year that you drove an AMC Alliance. I don't know if you remember those. Maybe you were listening to Flock of Seagulls on the radio. I don't know. But that is the same year, 1983, that Nelson Ace Hardware became locally owned by Bob Nelson, who has, frankly, been kicking ass ever since. And we're talking 40 years. If you think that Nelson Ace Hardware is just another hardware store, you are grossly mistaken. And you obviously haven't been there. It is the absolute place to go for plumbing, electrical, paint, housewares, lawn and garden, small appliances even, sporting goods. They have everything. Dehumidifiers, air conditioners. They're famous for their gas and wood pellet and charcoal grills. And when I say famous, I mean like that's the place to go. If you've seen some of these Traeger grills, the showroom is like a new car dealership. You walk in there and these grills, I don't care who you are, you're going to be awestruck when you see these things. And stuff for the indoors, too. If you're going to be doing some indoor painting this winter, they've got it all. Brushes, drop cloths, the paints, everything. And we're thrilled to have them. Not only right in the heart of our city, but also as a sponsor of Aired Out. Like no other place in the planet. Check them out. And they're going to be closed, by the way, for the Labor Day weekend. So if you're going to be doing some projects, get over there and don't wait. All right? They're going to give their staff a little break, a little breathing time on Labor Day weekend for a couple of days. The FBQ, Facebook question of the day, I'm going to drop it up here in just a little bit. And I'm curious to see what you're going to say about this. I kind of have my thoughts about it, which at some point I'll probably share on the air. But I want to know what your thoughts are on Halloween decorations. Specifically, when is it too soon to start decorating for Halloween? And I ask this because I, like maybe you, have noticed a few people have already started decorating for Halloween in their homes, in their front porches, and in some cases, their front yards. And, you know, it's still, last I checked, it's still August. It's not even September. And is this jumping the gun? Or are you one of the folks that says, hey, if it makes you happy, decorate with Halloween decorations anytime the hell you want. If that's what makes you feel good, if that's what makes you happy. But maybe you're one of these that says, hey, in due time, and there's a season for everything. Let's, at least let's get the trees changing colors here. Let's get into. Can we get through fall first? Can we do, the pumpkins and the hay rides and the pumpkin spice and stuff like that first? I don't know. Is there such thing as too soon? I guess that's what I want to know about Halloween decorations. We'll post it up here in just a little bit. So that's it. Again, if you're just getting started today, we're looking at cloudy skies. Originally, they were saying 77 for a daytime high today, but it's going to get up a little warmer than that. Maybe lower 80s with mostly cloudy skies again. Maybe a stray shower or thunderstorm possible. Tonight, rain showers, some thunderstorms, 64, a little cool front that's going to be pushing in. And then tomorrow's going to be a washout. Wednesday is going to be wet and rainy, 72. And rain showers mostly steady in the afternoon. But, yeah, if you have outdoor plans, I would say try to get them buttoned up today. Next week, Roger Hill is saying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is supposed to be wicked hot and dry. So, summer ain't over yet. And finally, we're going to start getting some summer-like weather. So, there you go. I hope you had a great morning so far. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And just be well. Be kind. Be safe. Get out there and get it done. And enjoy life. All right? All right. We'll talk to you soon, everyone. Over and out for now.